A big part of finding out what's right for you is stop confining yourself to a path that you've been convinced is the path.
You are purpose as a person. That's what I've been saying. When I said that, it kind of changed my life. So I say, I am purpose. If you're looking for a miracle, you're that miracle.
There are invisible forces that shape our life, shape our destiny. We believe hallucination, that the physical reality is all there is. Every time something's extraordinary, every time it's extraordinary. We don't know where we are, we know when we are, but we know why we are.
You know, we always learn about the blocks of success, the steps of success, the principles of success, you know, the actions of success, the words of success. I know more about failure than anyone. And there's as much to learn from failure as there is from success.
All the things you can control and then the things you can't control. If you try to start controlling things that you can't, you're just gonna get frustrated and angry and anxious, right? Mm-hmm. But the only things you can control are your thoughts and your actions, and that is it. That is it. So you have this choice. You try and control all this other stuff, or you could just decide that it's fine, that everything else is fine.
And our feelings are the most real thing we have, and we push them down. We find all this stuff to buy or eat or drink or take to keep us, like John Lennon said, comfortably numb. But then the feelings regroup and come back because they've always got a job to do. Look, you've got to feel the feeling until it no longer requires to be felt.
Very much so, go to school and get married and have kids, and that's a success. And really stepping outside of that and exploring, whether that's in school and taking classes that you might not take at first glance, whether it's going and experiencing different types of arts, meeting different types of people, making new friends. I think there's so much out there that you don't even know exists.
You know, if I ever feel like in any moment life is not going the way that I think it should be going, it's because I'm resisting what is.
I always say, like, if fear was a door and behind this door was all this negativity things that I'm saying, like I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna suck, I'm never gonna walk through that door. So in order for me to walk through the door, even though the door is super scary, I have to make empowering things on this side of the door, right? I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna grow. Even if I don't win, it's gonna be something valuable in it. So let me walk through this door, right? Even though it might not be perfect, I'm still gonna find growth inside of it.
Unless you claim extraordinary, ordinary claims you.
If you wake up tomorrow morning and blame the government, the environment, the weather, you know, Joe Blow, if you blame anything or anyone else, you have no reason to change. But if you blame yourself, you're not gonna like it. Right. So what happens that morning in the mirror? Do you look at the mirror and do you blame something else or do you blame yourself?
Every single moment is an opportunity for us to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. And so I just try and play the game. If I'm miserable, if I'm upset, if I'm angry, if I'm cranky, it is my responsibility because it's based on what I'm thinking or believing in that moment.
People out there that are going through fearful moments, it's kind of like this. You will never step into the ring if you're already telling yourself that you're gonna lose before the fight. You'll never do that. Like, why would you? Right? So tell yourself you're gonna win. Even if you get knocked down, guess what? You're never knocked out in life until you actually tap out to your last day.
Got to convince them that their fears shouldn't hold them back. That, you know, using the excuse of scarcity or consequence or ego or any of these things holds us back from our future.
So for me, the first step is just opening yourself up to new experiences and new role models. Because most of us can't see ourselves in people, so then we try and fit ourselves into the boxes that we do see.
Fear is creating a known result from a situation you haven't experienced yet.
We are wired to like what is familiar and to resist what's unfamiliar. So we have this wiring that says, run towards what's familiar and run away from what's unfamiliar. And the most important thing to make familiar is praising yourself. If you could just do that, that in itself would change your entire life.
So we live in this perception of a perception of ourselves. Hence, my identity is made by what my parents think I should be. My identity is made up by what my college or university thinks I should achieve. While you're living in that bubble and that echo chamber, getting to what you really want to do is impossible.
150,000 people die every day. Tomorrow is not promised. So if I'm not going after it, then I'm gonna die incomplete. I'm gonna die being a person that I wasn't created to be. Like, I wanna meet the greatest me. I wanna meet my full potential.
The relationship between my essential nature, the nature of who I am, and my authentic nature and the energy and the environment. The environment is always trying to break you down. And if you're comfortable, then you become an agent of what your parents told you, the culture told you, and everything else. And your stories are protected. And even if you get successful, you're going to drop it out and you're going to lose it out because you want to make sure nothing really changes.
One idea of that there is a version of you that's out there somewhere that you want to clear everyone out of the way so you can just, focus on that. And then there's the other completely conflicting impulse, which is, well, maybe the best version of myself, rather than being out there somewhere which I'm never going to reach, is actually here. Maybe the self is something that extends and is sort of active and fluid and extends out into the relationships.
I'm scared of failure, or I'm scared to do it in the first place, or I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm fearful. But if we stop and think about it, somebody else has been in the same position as you, if not thousands of people, and they got past the fear.
Every word you say is a blueprint that your mind, body, and psyche are working to make your reality. So we make our thoughts, and our thoughts make us. Then we go out into the world and we justify our thoughts every day.
Greatest power is to be self-controlled, to be able to train the mind and energy to focus it exactly where you want it and when you want it to be. You are completely detached and undeterred from external ups and downs. You're able to navigate anything that seems tough, challenging, fun, excitement, without being too excited in pleasure or being too depressed in pain.
Gain leverage, right, in your life. Like, what's something that's gonna make you move? That's all you have to do is move. Take that first step. That's the most important step in the journey. And listen, you're gonna fall on your face, you're gonna be embarrassed, but everybody who's experienced greatness has been through that.
I define pain as any uncomfortable experience or circumstance that interrupts your ability to be present in the magic of the moment.
When it comes to gifts, think about it like this. Like, when someone gives you a physical gift, like Christmas and your birthday, what do? You unwrap it, you show it to the world, you put it on Instagram. You got that same gift inside you that the world needs. And you're doing the world a disservice by leaving your gift wrapped up.
Fear, but I understand what the emotion of fear is. It's a subconscious trigger that causes this feeling that I don't like. And it's a go signal for me, not a stop signal for me.
But when you say I'm enough, its strength is its simplicity and its honesty. Because you are enough. You're not your weight, your shape, your size, your bank account, your childhood. And the thing is, when you say it, and really say it, speak it, and let it in, people pick up you're enough.
Today, I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am.